Well, I'm finally here. Finally doing this video. Yep, this is Dragon Ball Z Xenovers 2 review, and why I don't not like Dragon Ball Z Xenovers 2. So, I'm gonna let you guys enjoy this gameplay, right here. Hope you guys really do enjoy this video. I want to be as fair as possible, so I am going to point out the goods and the bads, but mostly the bads. But I will give everything I do want to give for Dragon Ball Z Xenovers 2. So, let's go and begin after this match. Hope you enjoyed this match of this how just cheap and annoying Super Saiyan Blue Goku is with all his health, stamina, and ki and power. Look at that throw! Wow. Alright, so let's go ahead.
What? Like that! Up It isn't over yet! It isn't over yet! What? There! Yeah!
Okay, so let's start off with the custom creation. Starting off with the Saiyan class. The Saiyan class is pretty much the attack class of the game. This is probably the best class of the game, right next to other classes. It depends whether, you like it or not. Anyway, in Xenovers 2, they got Super Saiyan 3 along with Future Saiyan. Also, every class has Kaioken and Potential Unleashed, so do remember that. Other than that, that's pretty much all the Future Saiyan. That's all pretty much the Saiyan has. Next, let's go into the Frieza class. Here. Now, by the way, Saiyan also has some pretty good combos, and it's pretty easy to learn. And the Frieza class, on with the Frieza class here. Frieza class got Golden Form, and that's it. It also has some pretty Strike Blaze class all around. Frieza class is a pretty good class. I really actually do like Frieza class. It's pretty good. I like it. It's alright. So yeah, that's about it. Let's go on to the next class, and watch this, watch this, watch this. Watch. Go to makeup. See his lip change, like, nah. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Alright, and I forgot they decked it. So next, we're on to the human class. The human class is the most basic and balanced of the classes in this game. This is a hard to master, but easy to learn type of class. They got Flying Nimbus and Power Pole, a pretty decent transformation. It's not the best transformation in the game. It's actually kind of bad, but if you know what you're doing with it, it's pretty good. I'm actually staying on this human transformation for too long, and I couldn't I couldn't trim anything out, so sorry about that. Yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and go to the next class, which is the Namekian class. And the Namekian class, I always wanted to be a Namekian. I always wanted to make a Namekian because the Namekian class seemed like a very underrated class, even when the game released. So go to the Namekian class. Go all the way, get his transformation. It has giant form. Also, Namekians have long arms, so they can fight like kind of to a distance, so its back hits are a little bit easier and they can fight better. So the Namekian has giant form, and giant form is the worst form in the game. Giant form drains stamina as fast as Kaioken times 20, and it isn't useful in some maps that like Sky Map. Any Sky Map, Kami's Lookout, or any map with a big area around it. It's good in maps like the World Tournament, the Cell Games, maybe even the Hell World, but if it's a big space, it's useless, and that's not good. You're not supposed to have your transformation is supposed to be good in every map, because it's just supposed to be like that. Next, we have the last class, the Majin class. I hate the Majin class. By the way, I haven't played with any of the female characters. Just want to point that out. I hate the Majin class so much with a passion. This year they got Purification form, which isn't the form we wanted to. Purification form allows the Majin class to turn into a Kid Buu. It completely changes its supers and ultimates, and it's kind of actually pretty good, but it's pretty cheap too. That's not what he wanted. I wanted to create a Kid Buu. I wanted to create a Super Buu. I don't want to be the female Majin. Not because I'm sexist, because I just don't want to be a female Majin. I want to be a skinny Majin boy. That simple. So, that's it for the custom creation. I would give the custom creation a 3 out of 5. Mainly because 2 of the classes are just really bad and are never seen online. That class is being the Namekian and the Majin class. I never, ever have played a male Majin at all in Dragon Ball Xenovers 2. And I've seen a couple in Namekians. So let's get on to the next clip. Alright, so this is the hub world. The hub world is actually pretty good in this game. So before we get to the story, I wanted to go ahead and explain this. This hub world is way better than Xenovers 2. Instead of going through a bunch of little warp portals taking to different places, everything's just in this big hub world. You have all your missions, all of your masters, all of your everything pretty much, even the training system and your needs to shop. They even have these things called expert missions where are scattered all around the map, and of course you have your parallel quests. And yeah, that's about it. I really like this hub world. It isn't that great looking because it's kind of like all together, but it's pretty good. You also have those things up in the sky where you go to for little side quests that you can do with each hero, which we'll get to that later. Because we even haven't got to the juicy part of this video yet.
Who dares and try to defeat the great Hercules?
So now we're on a parallel quest, but I want to do the story. The story is absolute trash in this game. Why is it absolute trash in this game? Because it's the exact same story from Xenovers 1, except from a different perspective. This time around, the Saiyan Saga Nappa is involved. This time around, the Frieza Saga, Cooler is involved. This time around, the Cell Saga, Cooler's involved. This round in the Buu Saga, it's the same thing. I'm not even kidding. It's the same thing as Xenovers 1, except they just threw in Janemba for no reason, and at the wrong time. The Future Trunks saga was pretty good, but all they threw in was Android 16 pretty much. Other than that, nothing would have changed. Unless they killed Trunks, which is an interesting storyline in Xenovers 1.
It's not like
Let's see what's next. Buu Saga, Battle of Gods Saga, that was stupid. Of course, Beerus got mad as overputting again, and we had to stop him. Same thing as Xenovers 1, pretty much. Resurrection of Exana, Cooler comes in again. Cooler comes in 3 different times in this game.
a lot better than that.
3. And this game misses key cutscenes from the Dragon Ball Z series. Wanna know how? Okay, first cutscene miss. Actually, I think there was only a couple cutscenes. I can't think it off the top of my head. But first cutscene that I know was missed is when Teen Gohan went against Cell. One of the big parts and the missed things about this match, and it's kind of underrated, is that Vegeta helped Kid Gohan now. And that's not like Vegeta. Vegeta doesn't do that. Vegeta wants a one-on-one fight. And Cell knows that, because Cell has Vegeta's genes now. So when Vegeta did that to Cell, Cell turned around and he was like, "The fuck, Vegeta? The fuck? Vegeta?" But they didn't have that in the fight. They just had Kid Gohan win the fight. They didn't even show everybody helping. It was a desperate moment. Everybody was helping Gohan. It was a desperate moment. But nope. They didn't show that. They didn't show Trunks getting killed. And once again, this is another game in a row where Ultra Trunks isn't in it. Why not? Broly's in the game. Why can't Ultra Trunks be in the game?
Surprising.
Parallel quests and expert missions are very good though, so I am going to give it that. But let's talk about the character roster since we're on the roll right now, because I don't like the story at all. But before we get to the character roster, let's talk about the cheap final boss. To me, Xenovers 1 final boss was actually kind of challenging, but in Xenovers 2, it's just cheap. It's not easy. I mean, it's completely easy. It's pretty easy. They just throw in a bunch of cheap moves, and they give you Super Saiyan God Goku. There is no challenge in this game, and this is by far the easiest, but at the same time dumbest Dragon Ball Z game I have played.
Stupid. Move aside.
Also, there is multiple difficulty spikes in the game, as in Frieza and Cell. The game never tells you that, even if you lose a bunch of times, hey, maybe we should go back to the training system and learn how to do this or do that. Why doesn't it do that? Also, I would really like to make decisions in the game that actually matter, not decisions that don't matter. And why the heck can I make those decisions? It would be really cool if there was a decision-making game in this game. You could take good, you could be bad, or you could be neutral. Awesome for story plot for Xenovers 3. But yeah, that's it. There's the story time eggs you can get after you complete the game for different endings, alternate endings, and things that happen that you won't see while playing normal story mode. Like I said, the character roster, I'm going to talk about that later. Parallel quests are good. I enjoyed the parallel quests I played. I didn't finish all 100 this time around, but they are good and fun to play with friends. Expert missions are also pretty good and fun to play with friends. And yeah, that's about it for the story mode. And we're going to get about to the gameplay, the character roster, and what I really hate about this game. So enjoy the rest of this gameplay. I'll see you guys later.
Come on! This is pathetic!
No complaints here! You're incredible!
The online. Now, let's just get the good crap out of the way. Player match and endless match are good online. Playing with player match with friends is hilariously fun, and playing endless matches with your friend is also super duper fun. Not gonna take that from the game. Now, let's get to the part I really don't like about this game. I don't like the character roster at all. They put in too many characters that are completely useless online and are never used. Why do they keep giving me characters like the Xenovers, which most of them are weak and most of them are impossible to use online? Nobody uses them. I always see a Super Saiyan God Goku every time I go on a rank match. Why? I know Super Saiyan. I know God. I know Goku is the main character of Dragon Ball Z, but this does not mean he has to be the cheapest character in the game. Some characters in the character roster legit are almost impossible to use. Cybermen, Cell Jr., Frieza soldiers, and most of the some of the Ginyu Force members are pretty hard to beat people online with while they're in the game. They're taking up precious character slots we could have gotten, and what if they could have put in Kid Goku, Garlic Jr., they could have put in that dude from Dragon Ball Z Raging Blast 2. So many things could have been done, but no, they decided to play, hey, let's put in the Cybermen and the Frieza soldier because they're in the game. But mind you, the DLC also isn't that great either, but let's get on to the gameplay. The part I hate about this game. Gameplay. They added a couple of things with gameplay. First of all, they added snap vanishing, home dashing, and the little following home dashing. So basically, let's talk about homing dashing. This was to pretty much fix the problem they had with running in Xenovers 1. They added the home dash button. Basically, you go straight to your enemy. They also added a little thing to where you trail your enemy and you can hit them because the hitboxes are bigger in this game. And the hitboxes being good is good and bad, and we'll talk about that later. They also added snap vanishing, which actually just made a new way to run. Yeah, it just made a whole new way to run. Thanks. Why would you do that? They made a whole new way of running by using snap vanishing. I can't tell you how many games I have lost from that feature. They also added this bigger hitbox, and it can be hit or miss. Sometimes the hitboxes will be dead on in your match, and sometimes it will be dead off. You'll get an obvious stamina break in front of your opponent, but since you weren't close enough or you didn't do the stamina break right, it doesn't matter if you're right in front of them, you won't get it. You have to do a certain combo to get your certain stamina break, which I don't mind, but if I do get an accidental I wasn't trying middle of the thing stamina break and it hits, it should hit. They also added infinite combo in this game, and it sucks. No, I'm not talking about the infinite combo that you could do with combos or do with your stamina. I don't mind using infinite combos to do with your combos because it gives you a lot of stamina back. I don't mind you doing your stamina because you're wasting stamina while you're doing it. I'm talking about the ones that take no skill to do and that you see in this match against hit right now. I'm talking about the stamina breaks you get by using Ki Blast, and while using Ki Blast, it sucks. Almost every character has some type of Ki Blast continuation of the combo, which is cheap as crap. You know why? Because even though, yeah, you get stamina from it, but you don't get as much as stamina. And with hit, someone who's super good at doing it, it's kind of almost really hard to not punch a freaking wall. So yeah, it makes you want to punch a wall, but keep this in mind that you're going against live human players. So while the NPC can do that if it wants to, live players are going to always do that. Keep this in mind that you can customize your character in almost any way, and what I mean by that is that your character can pretty much equip any move from the Dragon Ball Z timeline. But there are some cheap moves. Dragon Burn, Absolute Zero, Infinite Combo. That's not a move, but I'm just saying because I really don't like Infinite Combo. Dragon Fist is still cheap because sometimes even though if you use your stamina, you'll still get hit by it. Super Key Explosion is still cheap. There's a lot of cheap moves in this game, guys, and it doesn't make sense. There's a lot of cheap combos you can do to win games, and it's not fair. Some of these combos take skill, but other combos like Dragon Fist, just teleporting away and using Dragon Fist, and when your opponent doesn't have stamina, that's cool. But he has stamina, you teleport out of it, you get hit by it still. Not cool. It doesn't make sense. And this is the main reason I don't like this game. Because this game is broken. You will have games where the lag is so bad that you will immediately hit somebody and it won't do anything. You will hit somebody and it just won't do anything. At all. You've had those games where it's like you're playing Xenovers 1 again. People are just using ultimates and supers just to see if they can hit you. They're doing random stamina breaks because they don't know what to do. And this happens to both players in the game, and it also happens with endless matches. When one player is lagging, everybody is lagging, and that's not fair. But the main thing I hate about this game is that when you start a new character, unlike in Dragon Ball Xenoverse and Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 1, when you started a new character, you got everything. You get all the parallel quests, all the missions, all the characters. So, you can go to parallel quests that had a high mission, or you can do the story again if you want to, but I would rather go to a parallel quest, take the strongest characters, and beat the parallel quest, because usually there's a Dragon Ball parallel quest that gives you a good amount of stamina. But guess what? It doesn't work that way anymore. Now when you start a new character, this new character gets nothing. You have to unlock all the characters again, you have to beat all the parallel quests again, you get no story progress, nothing. You know what you do get? You get your TP medals, you get your coins, and you get your moves, and your clothes, and your accessories, and your Z-Souls. But that's about it. Other than that, you don't get anything. You keep all your unlocks, yeah. But if you want to start a new character, and you know, it's hard still. It's still hard because you have to level up that character again, like you leveled up your first character. There is a Z-Soul called 40 times weights, which gives you double XP, but still, it's unacceptable. I should have all my stuff because why? Just why? Just why? And I'll tell you why in the next clip. Maybe you were using a clip, so sorry about that. Sorry for using this clip again, guys, but I anticipated this video and had more to talk about than I think I was going to be able to. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, like I was saying, the reason you have to start all over again, because you have these things on the map, you know? And these things you have to go to, because at a certain point in the game, it will make you learn how to transform. It will make you learn your transformation. And that's why you have to restart your game. That's why. No, it gets better. You can't get these transformations unless you're the same class. If you want the Flying Nimbus transformation and you're playing as a human class, you can't get it at all. You can't get it. You have to be the human class. And you can try to do all the missions for it, but it won't give you that mission. I have tried it multiple times. I tried to do the whole Frieza section, waiting for like, when do I get golden form so I can make my Frieza class and just go online and correct people. I have to level up first, yeah. I didn't know. I didn't know that you have to go through all that just to make a new character. And it shouldn't be a hassle because there's 5 different character classes. I should be able to level up those 5 different character classes as fast as I want to. But I can't.
I can't keep up
So,
with this battle.
that's my Dragon Ball Z2. Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2 right there. Review. Do I like this game? Yeah, I like this game. the online aspect when I'm playing with friends and having fun, but I don't like the ranked match. You know why I don't like the ranked match? Because it's dumb. That's also stupid. You just get BP by winning matches. You can't get BP any other way. There isn't 2v2, 3v3. Nope, you don't have those in ranked match. And, of course, higher players use cheaper tactics, and some high players think they're so good that they'll just keep people off because you don't have enough BP. Just toxic. This community is also toxic. If they think you're spamming or had done thing, will be quick to send you a message. I do it too. I did it too. I stopped doing it because I kept getting banned for it. But yeah, the community is very toxic. And overall, do I like this game? Yeah, I like it when I'm having fun and playing with friends. But if I'm just going to playing by myself, having fun in the middle of the night, I'm not gonna like this game, and I know I'm not gonna like this game. With that being said, do I recommend you to go buy this game right this instant? No. Just wait for Dragon Ball Z Fighters to come out. This game is like pretty much Dragon Ball Z 1.5. It doesn't feel like a sequel. It just feels like glorified DLC. Which, by another way, DLC is dumb. How come in one DLC you get Zamasus and Super Saiyan Blue? Wait, what did you get that DLC? I think you got Zamasu and Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black. How come in the next DLC there's Merged Zamasu and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta? Why don't you just get Merged Zamasu? You should have Merged Zamasu already, because you already paid for Super Saiyan freaking Black Goku and Zamasu, which would dish them out of their form. Why don't you get it? Why can't I get freaking Vegeta? I can get Super Saiyan, Blue Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. I already have the normal Vegeta. Why can't I just get Blue Vegeta for free?
Pain.
Frost and Kappa, they're okay characters. They're not the best characters in the game. I like their characters, but you still have to pay money for them, and they should be free DLC. Anyway, guys, I like this game. I do. I like this game. I don't mind playing through the story of the Parallel Quest. The games can be very fun at times, but the game could be very broken and very unfun at times. So, this game is good, but it isn't as good as Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. It isn't as good as Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit. It isn't even as good as the older games in the GameCube. To me, that's all. This is all my opinion. If you guys really do think Dragon Ball Z Xenovers 2 is that good of a game, and you think it's going to trump over Dragon Ball Z Fighters, leave it in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe on this video, and don't forget to share this video, because you get more likes, more comments, and more subscribers. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Really like the support. Pokimane, out of here. By the way, I don't know why my thing's Pokimane now, so we're just gonna have to deal with that until it gets changed. Sorry about that. Google Plus made me do it. Blame it on Google Plus. Anyway, guys, I'm out. Peace out.